Same Lagos. Our Lagos, not your Lagos.
Don't get older unless you have wisdom to show for it. It's when you don't have something to show for your age, you want to be younger. You're just getting old with nothing to show for it. But I continue to learn things every day, passively and actively. Passively as you just notice, open your eyes sometimes and see what's happening, where things are headed, what they're doing. You learn. Not all things you learn are good. If they're bad, or need adjustment, or need help, do something about it, if you can. So, that's how I derive meaning.
Nigeria is a failed country. The sheeple country.
Nigeria in Yamakaja again. That is towards to Agege side. See what is Lagos is turning to. Refuse zone. Yeah. Everywhere dirty. Can you see where people are passing through? Everywhere is dirty. Lagos is under dirty now.
They don't want you to say that. Okay. Government that failed to provide infrastructures like waste bins to collect waste and dispose them right in time, right? The same government will look around and say, everybody loves to drop things anywhere and all of that stuff, and that's the Lagos. And whenever they pretended that they are doing something, they are like, we want to do our job. The intention is not really the job. The intention is going to be the cost of the job. Most of the time, it's paid by the same people that they are like, okay, we are working for you. So right now we just need to take your property. We just need to take your land. Because everybody is welcomed into 2026, preparing to see what the year holds for them. The Gaussians are not always that lucky, just like the Abuja people with Wike in charge. Jakande Estate is one of the estates built, low-cost housing estate built by the former governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Jakande. And for those of you who your parents were civil servants, low-income earners, who have ended up being property owners in Lagos, so back as the 80s, all those are now being threatened by these modern-day progressives. Yeah, the progressives who are now hiring thugs, dress them up as task force, violating the same of their own laws just because they want to take your property. So the government that gave you, that you paid to, and you got your property in the 80s, it's no longer there, right? However, your land, your property can now be taken under any form of a flimsy excuse because they are the ones in charge. The intention is to take your property. They've done it in Jakande Estate, and I think, this guy was there. Revival GRV.
The governor that built all of these things, Alhaji Lateef
Jakande,
he built it so that the everyday Lagosian will have a place that he can stay.
Exactly.
And afford.
Yes.
This government has not built
anything.
For people that are struggling in Lagos, they don't afford. Instead, they are destroying the things that other people build. They are converting landlords to homeless people. And I'm hearing that the compensation they want to pay is 11 million naira. 11 million naira cannot afford a two-bedroom apartment for 1 year.
Exactly, sir.
Meanwhile, these are land like title holders of these buildings. And what we are seeing here, the truth of the matter, what we are seeing here is a land grab. I keep telling people, who are the biggest land thieves in this Lagos? It's the government.
The governors.
It's the government because
yes.
They built a highway there that is very nice.
Yes.
What they now see is that the value of land here is going to go very high.
It will appreciate for them to sell.
Destroy all of these things, collect it for a very cheap amount, and then
start selling per square meter.
That nobody else will be able to afford here. And I keep saying this, development cannot be chasing away the people.
Yes.
You chase people away to build for the rich. You chase people away to build for the rich. Lagos is not only...
Tomorrow they'll call the poor to come and vote.
Sell cheap. Let us negotiate. I'm a professional builder. I know what the cost of material is. I know the value of the location we are here. I was born on the island in Lagos, and by the third mainland demolition, I came here. And today I am over 60 years old. The same thing that happened is repeating itself. We say no. And we call Lagos State to court. I tell you today, Lamska is a militant section of Lagos State.
I told that they will stop demolition. All to no avail. I called, we met one honorable speaker,
Commissioner
Ketel. He told us that he has called to stop the demolition. As of today, we saw another demolition going. I called on him again, and he told us that we cannot stop the demolition as it stands. That we should.
And if you come to think of it, yeah, GRV is right. The number one land grabbers is the criminals in government. They have done it to the people of Oworo Shoki in Oworo, yeah. They demolished all their homes. And they started offering them peanuts, 5 million naira, 10 million naira for a whole building. And while they are doing all of that, they have like violated the court's order, court judgment that stopped them from doing same because they are above the court. And you can't do that if the state government is not backing you, the illegality. And guess what? They started putting up the lands, people that they have demolished their homes, turned homeless in the middle of the night. The same land are now back on sale. You know, guess right. Because it's very close to water, right? So you can guess how much they are beginning to sell the lands now. All of this while the victims, the homeowners who have had their properties for decades, they lost it overnight and nobody gives a damn about where they ended up. They are doing the same thing on this Lekki Peninsula, what they call them. And this new Lagos Calabar Express, Calabar Coastal Road, that itself has also claimed, illegally claimed so many thousands of people's lands only to be shared or resold to themselves. Okay? So development chases away at the people in order to bring in the rich. You know what I mean? It's the standard, isn't it? Here, the Nigerian government, okay, through Patawale, because I remember that story, by the way, that Patawale was in Saudi Arabia to sign a defense deal, right, that Saudi Arabia would give some military equipment to Nigeria, right? So this afternoon, in the media, they announced that 12 Chinook helicopters, is that what it's called? Chinook helicopters, right? The helicopters that, you know, these choppers that could carry soldiers, right? The ones that usually have these two blades, like those. I'll show you. So they said that Saudi Arabia has delivered their first batch of their promise, courtesy of Patawale. Yeah, the same Patawale. So they shared that with us, including the containers. They all contained weapons and all of that from Saudi Arabia for Nigeria to combat the terrorism. So when you see videos like that, when you see stuffs like that, sometimes you want to build expectation, okay? Because it's natural, isn't it? Only for the fact that it is not the lack of weapons that made Nigeria this so vulnerable that Nigeria couldn't defeat the terrorists. No, no, no. It is the political will. Shooting and bombing the terrorists is not enough. In a country that is so poor like that of Nigeria, where the northern part of Nigeria shared a sizable portion or percentage of that poverty. So recruitment is never going to be a problem. So rather than just showing us all of this, it is the political will to go after the sponsor of the terrorism, their backers and the rest of them. If you can get rid of the backers, the sponsor of the terrorism in Nigeria, maybe there could be some value to all these weapons. So we have seen a lot. In case if you are seeing me as a doubting Thomas or something, don't blame me. It is from experience, because we have had a situation in the last 10 years where the terrorists overpowered the military, the soldiers in their own barracks, where they have armory. I have never heard or seen anything like that in my life. You are inside your home, right? You've got all the weapons, you've got everything, you've got the personnel, but the terrorists will overpower you that soldiers were running away, throwing away their guns and running away. And then these terrorists will then loot all these armories. And we have seen them posed with some of these weapons. Some of them are from the Nigerian armory. True story. So it's not about the weapons. It is the political will to let those who are commissioned to actually use the weapons to do their job for real. The whole thing has become so compromised from in and out, where intel just freely slid into the hands of the terrorists, where Nigerian military men severally suffered ambushes that this is a military operation, right? And it means that the information should be limited to the people who are supposed to be in the know. The roads, the this, the that, and all of that, right? Intelligence report. Only for them to walk straight into the hands of the terrorists. Done so horrible things, by the way. So yeah, let's hope they have the political will. That's on this side. So here is an extra. This is from Ibadan.
Màálù wọ́n ti di road safety. Àwọn màálù ti di road safety. Commander wọn ni black yẹn tó ní wo ńlá yẹn. Wọ́n ti dáná sí méjì níwájú church Redeem Lagos Ibadan express road. Ayédèsìn òjẹ́ ni Rudi ẹ̀ ń jẹ. Àwọn màálù dáná sí méjì. Ojú kan ẹgbẹ́ kan ni wọ́n tó ń gbà sí kò sọ́nà mọ̀. Wọ́n ti block ọ̀nà pa. Àwọn ni road safety sìn. Road safety. Commander wọn ni yẹn. Òun ló níwèé yẹn. Òun ló control the crowd. Control the crowd.
Together. So they were in the middle of the highway. Somebody brought them there. They didn't just appear from nowhere. Oh yeah, can put the lives of people in danger until maybe something that happens like, there is a crash. 5 people have died. 3 cars crashed into cows. 2 cows have died. That's when everybody will begin to say, well, who brought them there? What are the authorities doing and the rest? You may just be going on your own judge and all of that, and you run into these animals. But yeah, that's Nigeria. Same thing happened, not same, a tragedy this time. It's reported from Ilorin. It's a foam factory. I've been at foam storage, these beddings that caught fire. That place burned to the ground, and there is no sight of any firefighting vehicle, so to say. Now this is someone or some people said millions going up in smoke.
Sadam níbi Sadam hospital ilé ń jóná lọ́wọ́ báyìí ẹ bá wa share program yìí ẹ bá wa pe àwọn panápaná ní Sadam iná ń jó lọ́wọ́ báyìí ẹ bá wa pe panápaná gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ẹ bá share program yìí iná ń jó ní Sadam níbi Sadam hospital láti wo Sadam hospital. Fóòmù ni wọ́n ń tà ń bẹ̀ àwọn ilé wà ní àdúgbò yẹn ilé epo ó wà ní ìsàlẹ̀ kí Ibrahimu ibi tó bá wà kó máa bọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ilé wọn ní ìsìn
ẹ máa bọ̀ ilé ń jóná báyìí báyìí bá pe panápaná ẹ bá pe panápaná ní Asadam ẹ bá ṣe programu yìí ẹ bá pe panápaná odidi ilé ti jó tán ní Asadam ẹ ṣe programu ẹ bá pe panápaná ẹ bá pe panápaná ní Asadam níbi Asadam hospital gbogbo ilé tó wà níbi bẹ̀ ilé tí ń jóná òun lẹ́ ń wò lójúmọ́ máa wọ́n ra yìí ẹ bá ṣe programu yìí ó yẹ bá ṣe ẹ bá pe panápaná àwọn èèyàn wà ní àdúgbò yẹn ilé pọ̀ ní ibi bẹ̀ ẹ bá ṣe programu yìí ní Asadam ẹ má gbàgbé o ilé epo wà ń bẹ̀ o ilé wà ń bẹ̀ o ẹ bá ṣe programu yìí panápaná yìí tẹ́ wà ní Asadam èyí tẹ́ wà Unity Government House ẹ bá pe panápaná ẹ bá pe panápaná ẹ bá wa pe panápaná ẹ bá pe panápaná ilé ọ̀bùsẹ̀ tó wà níbí kó má ta mọ́ ẹ bá pe panápaná ẹ ṣe programu yìí ẹ bá wa type ẹ bá pe panápaná ilé ń jóná ní Asadam ní Asadam ó ti mú àwọn ilé yẹ òun tara mo dáre ẹ bá ṣe programu yìí panápaná ẹ wò ó ti mú ilé ẹwòrán ẹ bá wa pe panápaná Asadam tí jóná ṣe programu yìí ẹ bá wa pe panápaná gbogbo èyí tẹ́ wà Unity ẹ bá wa pe panápaná àwọn panápaná Unity ẹ bá wa pe wọn ẹ bá wa pe panápaná Unity ẹ wò àwọn èèyàn ẹ wòran. Fóòmù ni wọ́n ta ń bẹ iná yìí ò lè kú ẹ bá wa pe panápaná. Ẹ sọ̀kalẹ̀ ní ẹ sọ̀kalẹ̀ ẹdù ẹ̀mí yín panápaná. Ibi tí Ibrahim Sọ́lì bá wà ó lówó bọ̀ Nàìjíríà ní ilé yìí tí jóná ẹ máa bọ̀. Ẹ bá wa pe panápaná àti rí panápaná mọ̀tílé wọn náà wá panápaná láti Unity sí Asadam panápaná ẹ bá wa pe panápaná o ẹ ṣe programu ẹ bá wa pe panápaná ẹ táàgì ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara wò ó ti mú ọ́fíìsì yìí àwọn èèyàn dé wà ń bẹ̀ ó ti mú ilé yìí o ó ti mú o. Ó ti mú léyìí o ó ti mú ọ́fíìsì yìí ó ti mú ọdún ẹ̀wọ̀ ó ti mú o ẹ bá wa pe panápaná ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Asadam mọ̀ ti jóná ilé epo mọ̀ wà l'Asadam ilé epo mọ̀ wà ń bẹ gáàsì mọ̀ wà ń bẹ panápaná. Ẹ bá wa ṣe programu ìpanápaná ẹ bá wa pe panápaná o. Ó ti mú náà ó ti mú o ẹ̀rí fọ́ọ̀mù ni wọ́n ta bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ta kẹ̀kẹ́ náà pẹ̀kù ó ti mú ẹ̀wọ̀ ó ti mú léyìí o ó ti mú o ó ti mú léyìí o ó ti mú o. Ẹ bá pe panápaná o ó ti lé ní wákàtí kan ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ẹ bá wa pe panápaná kò tó 30 minutes tẹ́ fi máa débi bí yìí ẹ bá wa pe panápaná o ẹ bá pe panápaná ẹ má Asadam jóná níbi Asadam hospital wà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ilé epo wà ń bẹ̀.
ó ti bà nǹkan jẹ́ o ó ti bà nǹkan jẹ́ wèrò panápaná ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ bá a pé panápaná o ẹ ṣe programu yìí ládùúgbò èèyàn tó wọ yìí ṣé ẹ lè bá a pé panápaná ni. ẹ wòran ẹ wòran ẹ wòran.